Your face has muscles that are working against you right now. They're pulling lines deeper, they're dragging your jawline down, they're making you look tired even when you don't feel tired. And today I'm going to show you 5 of these muscles. The first 4 target specific lines and wrinkles, and the last one affects the shape and contour of your whole face. So stay until the end. For those of you new here, my name is Leah. I've been a facialist for 7 years. My whole mission on this channel is to show you that you can lift your face and smooth wrinkles without Botox, without fillers, and without any procedures. Everything I teach is anatomy based. We work below the skin with our facial muscles and our deep connective tissue, the fascia. So let's start with the first muscle, which is the depressor anguli ori muscle, which is here below the corners of your lips. Its job is to pull the corners of your mouth downwards. You do this. When it's tight and contracted, then the corners of the lips stay in a downward drag, even at a resting position when you're not actively using this muscle. So the technique that we're going to use for this is very simple. You're simply going to take 3 or 2 fingers, place them on the muscle here, just below the corners of your lips, and we are going to investigate, we are going to vibrate, we are going to massage. The pressure is quite strong. If you press here and it's very light, then it's not gonna give us the release and relax the muscles the way we need them to. So I need you to press quite firmly. You want to feel contact with the bone underneath, and then you're gonna vibrate. And for many of you, this is gonna be a tender spot. You're gonna feel a little bit of like a discomfort or a painful sensation. It normally just means the muscle is tight. And then we're going to lift up and maybe move a tiny bit out or a tiny bit in. You want to start feeling the sensations and noticing where the really tender spots are and massage that tightness out. So by moving your fingers slightly into different positions, you can do that. Maybe we go up a little bit, and everything that I'm doing is literally millimeters. I'm not moving too far out, too far in. We're staying on the area below the corners of the lips, going down and pressing and massaging with our fingers. And you can do this for about a minute. Most people think that by applying a magical serum, those lines are going to go away, especially lines that form above the marionette lines. But the skin sits on top of this tight muscle, and when it's tight, it keeps pulling the skin down all day long. And the truth is, no product can reach that layer. That's why you can do everything right with your skincare product routine and still see lines forming down from the corners of the lips down towards the jawline. So what we're doing right now is we're working directly on this depressor muscle. When you release it like this, the tension stops, the skin stops being pulled, and the face lifts from the inside. And that's the principle basically behind all of the 5 muscles I'm going to cover today in today's video. You don't fight the lines from the outside, you remove the tension that is creating them. On top of that, of course, as the tension releases, the corners of the lips are going to start lifting up and lines will start to smooth. Let's press a few times gently, and we are on to our muscle number 2, the corrugator, however this is pronounced. It sits along the eyebrows, and basically its job is to pull the brows in and down, which you can see creates the 11 lines between the brows. This can lead to looking angry or worried or stressed. So let's release this muscle so that your beautiful face can look more rested immediately. We are going to use the side of the index finger. One hand is going to support the opposite side, so just holding it in place. And the index finger side is going to slide over the brow until about the center, because that's how long this muscle is. So there's no point sliding all the way down here because the muscle goes until about this spot. So we are pressing and sliding. Remember, this is not superficial. This is not feather-light touch. This is deep pressure, controlled, very intentional. And we are sliding and opening, lengthening, and releasing the tension in this muscle. The fingers on this side are for support in order for the opposite brow not being dragged in the wrong direction. Again, this might feel tender and tight, and it just indicates that there is tension, and it's gonna get better the more you do it. By the way, if you find this quite exhausting to hold your arms up like that, then you can also put your elbows on a desk, okay? Lean your head down a little bit and then basically do it while resting your elbows on a desk, using the pressure, the weight of your head to do the work for you, okay? I'm going to do this for demonstration and filming purposes like that. But I do have a full video on this channel about desk massage, which I'm gonna link below so you can check that out. If you find that your arms get tired by having them up, then the desk massage is a really good one. And I showed this exact technique on the desk in that video. We're pressing and very slowly releasing this muscle. Nice. Let's press a few times and off to our muscle number 3, which is the frontalis muscle, the large flat muscle across the forehead. And when this one is overactive because you keep contracting it and using it while you're talking and working and concentrating, then this muscle, it gets chronically shortened and tense, and then you see horizontal lines across the forehead. So if you have these lines right now, that means you need to relax the forehead muscle, the frontalis muscle. So for this one, we are going to actually use a little bit of oil. I have some black cumin oil. I have another video of which oils I like to use for my face. I'm going to link that below as well, so you can check that out if you're not sure which oils to use. We just need a small amount of oil on the forehead. And we're doing a technique that I call forehead polishing. It is from my program, the 15-minute facelift. So take again the side of your index finger, and we're going to begin making a rubbing movements. And the sensation that we're looking for is, again, not a feather-light move over the skin, because that's not going to release the muscle. We are pulling up, lengthening with our opposite hand. So you can put that on your hair and just pull up a little bit for support. And then this hand is drawing circles or rubbing back and forth or up and down. This is totally up to you. And imagine the pressure is almost as if you're trying to get a coffee stain off the table. And you want to feel like you're rubbing over the forehead bone and you're not just sliding over the skin. And this is what is going to release this muscle and help us to smooth those forehead lines. Going to the center, can do again back and forth, up and down, zigzag. And let's switch sides. Put the opposite hand, lift this a little bit up, and then off we go. By the way, one of the most effective things you can do if you have these forehead lines is to also work with your scalp. So whenever I have a client that has forehead lines, we not only do the forehead itself, we also work on all of the scalp and the back of the head and the neck. And I do have a free resource for you down in the description. I'm going to link it. It's called the 10 Signs of Facial Aging and How to Fix Them at Home. And it explains all of what I'm mentioning today in the anatomy, like which areas need to work on, which areas need to be released. All of that is in the book, including links to videos. So you can download that for free. Nice. Forehead done. Now, muscle number 4 that we are talking about today is the Orbicularis oris muscle, which goes around the eyes and creates crow's feet and little wrinkles and also puffiness around the eyes. So when we release this round-shaped muscle, everything around the eyes lifts, opens. The brows lift, hooded eyes diminish. Like any problem or aesthetically that you find yourself having with your eyes is gonna become better by massaging this round muscle. We're going to use a very simple technique today So let's put one hand on the brow, lift the brow a little bit, and we're gonna start here on the inside. And basically, I just want you to press with your index finger and create some round pressing movements. Some spots are gonna feel a bit just under the brow we are going, yeah? So we're not pressing anywhere close to the eye itself. Let's stay on the bone and find any areas that feel tight and massage those. It can get a little bit fiddly around this area, so it takes a bit of practice, but it is worth it. I would like to think that you stay put on the same spot, so you're not rubbing the skin like that. That is very important. You're not doing this, okay? We are putting our fingers, staying glued to the same spot on the skin and rubbing or circulating around on top of the bone, not the skin, okay? Let's go around. Working over the bone, you will feel the bone and you know you're on the right spot. To the side of the nose even. Oh, this is quite tender for me. There's some tension there. And off we go. And you can do this a few times. You can go 3-4 circles around the eye. You can already see how this eye opened up just by doing one round. Look how high this eyebrow is compared to the other side. Let's do the other side then. I'm gonna lift up a little bit and glue our finger to our skin and then melt through the skin and create very small circular movements over the bone. Going round and round, releasing the tension. Again, remember, if you find a spot that feels extra tender, that is because there is tension there and we need to... I'm using my index finger, by the way. The other ones are just rested. Here is quite tender. We're just under the brow, below the brow, as you can see here. Kind of skimming through the areas that are not very tender, don't feel very tight, and focusing and staying a bit longer on all the areas that actually feel tense or feel a bit sore, tender, painful to touch. Okay. A bit of redness is also fine. Actually, it's beneficial. Means blood flow is increasing and blood circulation is really the best healer, the best glow up, the best serum rejuvenation for your skin. That's why it's good when you see a bit of redness, not a rash, but a redness from circulation. It's a good sign. You should be happy when you see a bit of redness. And off we go, corner of the eye. Nice. And now here it is, number 5, the masseter, the chewing muscle here next to the ear, going down. So very careful, this muscle is about towards the mid cheek, not forward. So we have to be very careful to massage the right area and not go too much in towards the mouth. And we're going to do a trigger point massage. So one hand is going to pull down a little bit, and with the other hand, you just take your index finger and middle finger, and you're gonna try and suss out any tight areas. So if you go here and it feels soft and not tender at all, skip. Basically, I'm off the muscle here. That's an indicator I'm not actually on the masseter right now. So you go back a little bit. When you feel a bit of a more tight, firm tissue underneath, you know you're on the muscle. And you might actually feel almost like a string that feels like it's going along. It could be just a tight knot. With trigger point massage, we're basically trying to find a couple of tender spots, and then we're gonna stay on them. I found one, and just tiny circles, or even just pressing and staying. And sometimes you can feel that pain radiating all the way to a tooth or into the ear or even into the forehead. So take a breath, and when you feel that the sensation has eased off a little bit, then you know the tension has released and you can move on to another spot. So let's go looking for more. Okay, quite often it's tender under the zygomatic bone, which is right here. You will feel the bone, and if you go underneath, that is going to be very tender. Let's just keep looking. Remember, other hand is gently pulling down. It just makes it easier to work and stay on the trigger point. Let's do the second side. Looking for tight areas, investigating. This muscle is the single biggest tension holder in the whole face. It's actually the size of the muscle compared to strength. It is the strongest muscle of the whole body, actually. And when it's tight and bulky, it widens the lower face. It also creates like a hollow in the mid face. If this is very tight and you get this sucked in look. When it's tight, it just pushes all of the lower face tissue kind of towards the center. So it's a very crucial muscle to release if you worry about nasolabial folds, jowls, anything that feels like there is just too much tissue going in. And with this, we are going to finish today's video. When you do this consistently on a daily basis or a few times a week, then these muscles stop holding so much tension and the lines start to fade. And as the jaw relaxes, your face looks more slim and starts to lift as well. Remember, I have a full structured program for you linked down in the description with my 15-minute facelift where I teach you 42 techniques. A few that we did today are from that program, so I have many more to teach you. I also have my freebie, the 10 Signs of Facial Aging Starter Kit, which you can also download for free. And I will link a couple of videos below as well, the oil guide and the desk massage for you. So you hope you enjoyed this. Comment below, let me know which of these areas was tightest and most impactful for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.